three key issues we see is how does Chinese companies, who often come down to Australia in particular with limited bilingual capability, address issues around due diligence. You know, who do they engage with? How do they source professional service providers and so forth? So we're very active in ensuring that they are surrounded by the right types of advisors that have strong bilingual capability. So that's probably the first and most critical issue. The second issue that tends to evolve out of that is how do we provide them with support around HR management? So the other big issue is how do they learn to run businesses here in Australia in particular, using their non-trusted sort of bilingual or domestic employees from China. So very much around making sure that they are provided with the best of management teams. And then beyond that, the ongoing issues around just understanding government relations, the importance of being across potential changes in legislation, how that affects the project that they're working on, just to make sure they don't get blindsided by any legislative changes over the journey of their business's path. Yeah, in terms of global investment, so historically it's been quite high. It's been around the 70% mark. So in Australia it's been 73% of FDI into Australia from China has gone to energy and mining projects. I think it will stay around that level for the foreseeable future, and I think that's out to about 2025. China has the Belt and Road project, their semiconductor project, or their Made in China project. So those two projects are going to require significant investment into the energy and mining sectors, and that's also renewable energy, just power generation in general. So it will drop off over time as they focus more on I suppose, the maintenance of the infrastructure projects that will come out of the Belt and Road initiative. But in the near term, it's about building that project, and therefore it's going to be heavily reliant on natural resources. Yeah, I mean, increasingly it's all about hydropower, renewable energy. So if I got $1 for every time that a Chinese company has come down here recently and asked about solar projects, we'd all be very rich. And similarly with wind farms, we've helped a number of Chinese companies acquire wind farms here in Australia. As I said, solar is ongoing. Indonesia, they've just signed up a number of mega hydropower projects with the Indonesian government out of China. So they're probably the main areas. I think hydrogen will be the other one coming through. There's a lot of Japanese companies down here in Australia doing collaborative R&D projects around progressing hydrogen-based energy projects. And then I think then there's this sort of quartz and the whole semiconductor space, including, you know, vanadium, lithium, some of these types of minerals, to make sure that China can sort of achieve their Made in China 2025 goals. So that's the other area of focus.